Okay, guys, welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd take this opportunity to essentially just run through the program, um, give a bit more in-depth, a bit more transparency as to what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and why I'm doing it. Really, this is the 12-week Olympic lifting program that I started on. I believe it would be Wednesday. Um, Tuesday was the max lifts. So from there, obviously, I was able to take my percentages and work through them. So as you can see, the main lift to start off with would be the snatches. So every day has a focus plus something else. So for this day one was snatch, focus, and lower body. So the main lift was a snatch, 5 sets of three at 70 to 75%. We worked that out roughly as about 50 to 55 kilos. Um, and then it was then into the variations. So obviously with the accessories and the variations from that helps with obviously like grip strength and positioning and loading and stuff like that. So we've got the snatch pull 4 sets of three at 80 to 85% of the 1 rep max, alongside the hang snatches. Good workout on the shoulders, definitely. Obviously, if you've seen my first video, you wouldn't have seen any of the lower body stuff. That's just the boring stuff that nobody ever wants to see. So back squats, 4 sets of six, 70, 75%. I think I went to about 120, something like that. Split squats and everything else. There tends to be quite a lot of core work in this. Obviously, need to increase the core strength um, alongside all of this. Day two was clean and jerk focus. That was included in the first vlog as well. Once again, it's a main lift as it's the clean and jerk, 5 sets at 2 cleans and 1 jerk. Yeah, standard stuff. With the variation, clean pulls and then clean from the blocks. Obviously, didn't have any blocks if you guys seen the first video, so had to improvise slightly with loaded plates, but tend to work out in the end. And then front squats, 4 sets of 5. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Standard stuff. Bent over rows, overhead press. Once again, haven't shown these just due to it being boring more than anything. These obviously are less technical aspects of the training. Once again, at work. What I tend to do with the core work is one on, one off, just due to recovery. Haven't trained abs properly in a long time, so this first week is with all the overstretching from the pulls as well as the core work, tends to wreck your core quite a bit. So that was something that I found for me works better is one on, one off. So then we're coming over to this side here, which was the technique day. That was Saturday. I found that my shoulders were in tatters from Saturday, so it didn't really have the best of training days. But that's absolutely fine. Day 4. So that would be what today is because I had Monday off. I would probably will show that in my vlog that will come out on Friday now, Thursday or Friday. That will be basically had some family news, so didn't train yesterday, but training today. So main lifts. This is where obviously there's going to be a lot more to it. You've got power snatch and a power clean inside in one. Those are the two main lifts. Obviously we got the percentages needed, got the weights needed for this, so that's absolutely fine. Snatch deadlifts, standard setup, and hang snatch, absolutely fine. These movements, there will be a lot of repeatability because training with these kind of movements, you don't want to be doing lots of different movements all the time. Otherwise, you'll find yourself not making much progress. Sometimes monotony and repetition is the way. It is the way to gain strength, speed, and the being comfortable on the bar and under the bar. So yeah, so snatch, deadlifts, and hang snatch. We already have gone through those hang clean and a high pull. So that's absolutely fine. Farmers walks. See, with the farmers walks, there was a bit of an issue with that. Just due to the fact that the dumbbells or kettlebells, well, lack of kettlebells and lack of heavy dumbbells. So I've decided that I'm going to do bar holds instead, load the weight up and hold it for 30 seconds. And then just that'll help with the grip strength as well. Pull-ups, 3 sets of failure, standard stuff. And then tomorrow will be a deadlift focus day. Yeah, deadlift focus. 4 sets of 5 at 75, 70 to 75%. I think I'm probably going to be shooting for around, well, whatever 75% is of 175 kilos. We only have 175 kilos of plates in the gym. So obviously you can only work with what you got until you get more kit. But that's absolutely fine. And then Romanian deadlifts, bent over rows, good mornings, absolutely fine. Dumbbell bench press. Once again, dumbbells are not heavy enough to elicit any kind of strength or hypertrophy gain. So 3 sets of 10 will be barbell bench instead. Once again, with leg press, no leg press available, so probably lunges. Cable wood choppers and plank, back to the core work. The wood choppers themselves will be with a band rather than cables, and then planks, a plank. So obviously this will be repeated for the first 1 to 4 weeks, which has come at a good time. I'm away on holiday for the next week, starting Friday. That's when I fly. Will be a travel vlog for that. So that'll be good. Obviously, using whatever's available in the gym at the hotel. I'm glad that we're going away now. Obviously, in the foundation building. Otherwise, when there are days when it's a bit more intense, you can't really afford to miss any training programs, any days at all. Cool. So then, obviously, weeks 5 to 8 is the intensification. That's when you will see the percentages go up slightly. Maybe the reps come down slightly. So you've got 5 sets of 2 reps on your snatch at 75 to 80%. Obviously, easy calculations there, going off what we had in the first place. Then the variations of the pulls, as we did before. These are now going to be 4 sets of 3 at 85 to 90, as opposed to 80 to 85. So as you can see, it's a 5% increment increase. Just slow building up, which obviously will be very intense as we go along. Back squats, split squats, and Romanian deadlifts. Most of the time, what you'll find is from this, as I said, it's just repetition. No need to overcomplicate things, especially when you do have these. You're increasing the intensity through the weight. So there is that. I then have the accessory list of the front squats on the clean and jerk day. Clean and jerk, standard stuff again, increased percentages. Then you've got the pulls and the lift from the blocks. Eventually, obviously, based off what weight I do have available, the blocks will become a slight bit of an issue, just due to the fact that I'm going to have to increase the bar weight, and in turn with the plates will be lower. But that's a hurdle I'll deal with as it comes. Maybe it might be a case of just putting them somewhere else, put them on hooks, see what we've got going on. Front squat, bent over rows, and overhead press, standard again. Then with the core work, then we're going over to the speed work and accessory work, snatch balances, clean and jerk complex, standard again. As you can kind of get the gist here. So obviously there are a few things that I will have to do with the variations that we have. So like lack of leg press, kettlebells, things like that. But when it comes to the actual standard big three, traditional big three compound lifts and the Olympic lifting exercises, they are going to be readily available. So, and obviously they're the bread and butter. They're the main things about what is going to happen during this workout. So that's what we're going for. You have the same all the way through, deadlift, focus, and full body. And then you get to your peak performances. So your peak performances at 80 to 85%, which obviously is ramped up again. 5 sets, nice amount of volume, good weight, good intensity. Snatch pulls, hang snatch, 90 to 95. That'll be fine. Obviously, it's just getting used to that bar. in your hands, getting under that bar, moving with speed and with purpose, as opposed to, obviously, it's not like a deadlift where you can almost grind it out. You need to have that explosive power as you pull it. So that's why these variations are two of the staples that you'll see throughout the program. Same with the lower body. You need big squats, you need good hamstrings, you need deadlifts, standard stuff. Core work, obviously. Same with the main lifts on the clean and jerk focus. I've tried 2 cleans and a jerk because my clean was obviously higher than my clean and jerk, as it is. These jerk movements alongside, obviously, the overhead presses, it's all about being snappy under the bar. It's not a case of trying to push it. Obviously, you're trying to get under and lock out. So it's all that snappiness. And obviously, once you've done your two cleans, to incorporate that jerk at increasing percentages of that 1 rep max will be fatigue, of course. So obviously there will be systemic fatigue and axial fatigue, which is why obviously we put front squats after the main lifts, because obviously that's what I'm going for, is the main lifts. If I can gain some strength from the front squats, obviously so be it, and all power to you. But amazing. And then clean pulls, 4 sets of 3. Right then, guys, just need to apologize. The microphone did cut out. So what I was saying was, so once you get your sets in of that, you move over to your you've got your deadlift focus day, your full body day. Basically, once you're at your desired weights, obviously, you're all good to go. And then this is where it took me a couple of seconds to work out when the 19th of November was. That would have been 12 weeks from the day I did my 1 rep maxes. So I think that basically I go through all of this just to find out it is on a Tuesday. So from there, that would have been the Tuesday would be the last day of the program, obviously with the deadlift day. So from there, what I would do is take the Wednesday, Thursday off, and then go back in on the 22nd, which is the Friday, retest, get everything else sorted, and then from there, obviously, maybe take a week or 2 off, deload, well-deserved rest, obviously. And on the 23rd is my birthday, so I'll definitely be recovering from that then. And then it'll be a case of just starting it all over again. Once you start from scratch, obviously you'll go into this with a lot more higher weight in your percentages. So when you go back down to your 70%, 75%, then that will obviously end up being a lot higher number than what, say, it was on the first run through. Right then, guys, that has been the full breakdown of my program over the next 12 weeks. Hopefully there's a bit more of an insight there, and hopefully you can take something away from that and maybe implement it into your own training. Obviously, if you have any questions about it, please don't hesitate to ask. But yeah, so that's it from me. Hopefully catch you again on Friday's travel vlog, and maybe a bit of a run through what's happened through this week. So thanks for watching, and catch you guys on the next one.